Not any longer because the Wraith Pact has been nerfed, so immediately the Visage offlane just isn't as strong as he used to be. You need to find another item that is gonna make you tanky, something like a pipe, and it's not ideal.
All right. There's a hero you like.
Mm-hmm.
It's also my name.
Or nickname.
Nickname.
So is it gonna be a 5 or a 1? I'm not sure about the 5 Ricky here. It's not like you have a Morana, but you have a Mars to set up for the spear. So it wouldn't be that bad. Plus the Morphling hates playing against the smoke cloud. So yeah, I would be fine with Ricky going anywhere here. I like the flexibility that Spawn have introduced with this pick.
Yeah, it's a hero that kind of is interesting to watch during the laning stage. Can backfire, can also have very minimal performance, but the hero basically as a support still doesn't change. It's still just as effective 20 minutes into the game or 30 minutes into the game for the given reason, the smokescreen against the Morphling. Pre-BKB at least, that is a great setup for ganks, and that requires XERXIA to play with a lot of sentries and also trying to protect the Morphling's farm while taking fights in areas you know you're going to be capable of battling back. And XERXIA going out with the Lycan pick here, which usually is picked against the Morphling, but with the Morphling, very interesting pickup.
This feels like a RSG draft like half a year ago. Lycan, Grimstroke, Tusk, even an SMG draft. That is what they would go for. Grimstroke, Lycan, and the Tusk just going in, killing people, using the Inkswell and the Wolves. So it is gonna be quite fun to see what they manage to do with this. You need a way to deal with the Lycan. Mars might not be good enough. They go for the Puck. Okay, that's a decent one. I was thinking along the lines of Kunkka. But yeah, Puck is pretty decent, keeping the morph in place. You have the smoke screen. You have a lot of things to keep people in a very closed up area, and that is where you can actually protect your supports from the Lycan. So I'm okay with it.
He's good against the shapeshift. I mean, Lycan can't escape during the coil. He can try and wiggle and waggle inside circles, chasing his own tail, but not able to actually escape, allowing Spawn Team to get a couple hits in.
Yep, and also one thing that I didn't really mention is that it's not only how good the Puck is against the XERXIA heroes, they suck against the Puck. They have almost no lockdown. Until the Tusk gets his Blink Dagger, you have no way of getting on top of him.
Yeah. It has to be like utilizing the Inkswell and taking some risks. You pop Inkswell on Tusk, Tusk blinks in, Walrus punches, gets the Inkswell connection. It has to be like a wombo combo.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the Phantom's Embrace. That is the one spell that the Puck doesn't like, but getting close with the Grimstroke is never easy, especially with the Ricky being on the other side. Though both teams are gonna have invis units, so we are gonna have a battle of vision in that way. Sentries on the map are gonna be very important for this game one.
Radiant team are now picking.
Last phase bans finished out, and we're gonna get the Enchantress. Which we did kind of touch upon here. Silencer versus the Enchantress, who's the better support in damage dealing. And this is also going to help out in the laning stage.
So I still feel like some AoE wouldn't be bad for Spawn. Obviously, you're not going to go for a carry Kunkka. I think you put the Ricky in support. Is there like maybe a Medusa would be cool here for Spawn Team.
Medusa. I'm not sure what I feel about the hero. I guess it could work. What I'm also thinking about here, since there's Jacroy's hero pool, there is the Naga. I don't know how Naga fares against Lycan and also the Morphling. It feels a bit weird. The Pudge doesn't feel great either. Lifestealer?
Lifestealer is okay, but I'd like the Pudge more, to be honest. If it is against the Morphling, you have this much AoE lockdown plus the global. I'd actually like the Pudge more versus the Morphling.
But if they do decide to put Ricky as a carry, that does leave us a support open. But Dalol has played the Ricky support before during the course of this tournament, so we are leaning into Jacroy. And he goes for the Pudge.
Choose your hero.
That's the safe one. You have so much AoE lockdown. The Morphling hates playing against the Aghanim Scepter. If you're rallying around one area, you want to make sure that you're winning in that one for sure. And with the Pudge, that's most definitely going to be the case. Because if there's an arena coil, even with the snowball saves, with the Inkswell and all of that, running in to a Pudge that's rotting, it's just going to kill all of you. So I like the last pick from Spawn.
Pretty solid round out to this draft. Quickly before we continue, as per usual, this has actually been a pretty long day. We're closing up on 8 hours of running the stream, so just want to say thanks to all the people watching today. Appreciate it. As we're here with T-Panda and Harry Freak casting all day, and we have our final series at hand. Do you think Spawn team's gonna run over XERXIA, or is XERXIA just gonna be like, we're gonna finish this tournament with honor, and we're gonna battle to the bitter end?
I think Spawn wins this game. If I'd have to choose, I'd go with them. But there is this possibility of this lineup of XERXIA popping off. Though in Southeast Asia, these have been the picks for a very long time, Lycan, Grimstroke, Tusk. And people haven't been going for the Grimstroke and the Lycan combo for a very long time. And that's for a good reason. The Grimstroke just isn't as strong as he used to be. So I'm kind of scared that they miss out on a couple of kills just barely, and then lose a couple of their heroes when they're on the aggressive, and just lose the game off of that one. But if they can get those couple of kills once the Lycan is level 5, the Wolves Invis running around the map with an Inkswell, it can be problematic for Spawn. But I still think that Spawn's lineup is a little bit easier to execute. Not everything needs to go perfectly, and at some point you just run in with the Pudge, you have the arena and the coil, and everybody just dies.
The early Lycan Wolf brought into the mid lane, scouting out for the ward. As these smokes also run out the Wolf's duration too. Lycan spawning another set from the fountain before he sets on the move. Classic early micro heroes like the Furion and the Lycan, you always wait until the start. But they didn't really get information on the ward, which I mean, this is a pretty easy D ward in the end. Ooh. 1 unit gaming.
That's pretty unfortunate there. But yeah, they didn't get the info on the ward because they knew about the smoke there. And even though the tower attacked the wolves, it was because of the heroes, not necessarily because of the ward. So XERXIA, they're not gonna be dropping any sentries currently.
Oh, that's nice. So yeah, they de-warded the ward Ricky placed down here next to the outpost. So I think they saw him momentarily and caught information on it. And as he goes for the D-ward, he already got the first hit in, but the Enchantress barely gets his right-click to finish off before the Riki finishes his attack animation. So they also denied their own Observer board, giving no money for the Riki.
Oh, nicely done there by XERXIA. Good start in terms of runes. It is gonna be 3 of those towards Team Spawn. I guess it does make sense because you are up against the Morphling, so you're gonna have a little bit of an advantage in the rune fight.
Pota 2 and Ken starting off aggressive again against each other's Puck versus the Tusk. It's gonna be difficult to land one of your abilities and get the other one to connect. Jaja actually takes down Delol's courier while the Riki is pulling the wave right now. But this is really smart from the Enchantress. He just cuts off the pull attempt from Riki and connects the wave.
I still think you're okay with this one. If you're Spawn team, the only thing you want to accomplish is that the Mars doesn't get bullied by the Enchantress. So if it's a 1 versus 1 level 1 with the Mars between the Mars and the Morphling, the Mars will be getting a bit more in terms of CS, because he is better animation, has pretty good damage. There is a Quelling Blade, and of course you have your spells to secure as well.
Yep, and Jaja connects another wave with the same one still alive, slows it down. Morphling will get the farm under the tower in safety. Mamang Daya taking the long route. Participate.
What happened there is Delol only pulled 3 creeps. So that's why the Enchantress was able to do that much. Mamang Daya is taking a lot of damage. This is what you don't want. You don't want the Enchantress.
Nice hook. Lane gonna catch up on Bon. He does have the Inkswell to stun the Pudge, and Rapido instantly moves in for a couple hits onto the Pudge. But that did almost kill the Grimstroke, so he has to be careful of those hooks.
Level 3 Pudge, either you have the Flex Sheep and you don't care about the Inkswell damage, or you get the double point in Rot and you just kill Zhao Bonbon. So yeah, as you mentioned, you're gonna have to be very careful. Though,
Jaja, is he
Mamang
gonna
Daya
snipe
needs to be
Mamang
careful.
Daya? Oh, close 25 HP remaining. Close attempt here. Still walking back into the lane, but Ricky is trading hits. Enchantress unable to close out. And Mamang Daya gets the lane a little bit longer. Fairy Fire burnt from the Enchantress. Tricks of the trade to get closer. He's walking into the Roche pit. He's gonna have to deny himself here. And he will. First blood still up for grabs.
Yep, Roche 1, Spawn 0, XERXIA 0 currently. That's 26 seconds without the Enchantress, but the Morphling isn't going to be too mad about it because Mars is so low that he cannot commit. So Karma will be able to stand there and then continue farming as well as he did for now.
Yeah, and that 2 points in Adaptive Strike really has turned the meta a lot for this Morphling to stand his ground in the lane. It's no longer about, oh, I keep getting beat up, I need waveform to escape, but just taking a different type of approach into the game. Like, why should I be the one who's always getting bullied? I have this spell that I can use for my advantage, and he definitely uses that Adaptive Strike to poke enemy heroes. Jikroy, 2 points in Rot, you talked about it. They're gonna go for the attempt. Job on Bond, though. He's already in a spot where he might just juke the hook from Jikroy, and Jikroy just get the opening with that damage to get his Ring of Health from the Secret Shop.
Yeah, he saw that the Grimstroke had the stick, so he didn't want to go for it. Jikroy? He's in trouble.
Yeah, he actually is. Job on Bond and Rapido coming in from both sides, but he is a bit fast. Oh, the body blocks from the Wolves. It causes him to go for a bit of a juke attempt there. Does dodge the Stroke of Fate, but the right clicks are too much to deal with. And Rapido, he's gonna get the first blood on the Lycan.
That's actually pretty big. The Lycan and the Grimstroke are kind of the backbone of this lineup. The Tusk goes in there as well, but they're the ones that are going to be playing together and going for kills. You need a lot of levels on both of these heroes for the matchup to work out. And getting kills, well, that's the best way to get them.
Morphling quite low on HP currently. Does get some heal from his buddy, while Jikroy has to start building this lane tranquility once again. Keep it in a good spot so that the Lycan doesn't bully him. Doesn't want to lose his life again. Mid is still super even.
Yeah, going as expected there. Slight advantage for the Tusk. Makes sense given that you're a melee hero. I maybe would have wanted Ken to try to punch Pota2 a little bit more, but Pota2 has been able to keep himself safe in terms of trading. So he's staying out. He did have to buy the infused range drop, so naturally Ken is gonna have more net worth.
Curious to see how this laning stage actually exits. Who basically gains a better benefit when we look at 12 minutes?
I think XERXIA has better potential to rotate around the map, and Spawn, they're very good at reacting with the puck. So with the puck, you always have to be ready with the TP, and that's how you're gonna deal with XERXIA. Okay, there it is.
Rotation is kicking in as Jikroy is being dove under the tower. Inks well stunned. They still lose the Pudge. But Pota2 might look for some kills for himself as Xiaobonbon snaps the coil. And the right clicks are almost going to be enough. Traben still had a projectile flying in, securing Rapido. Making sure that they get both kills. But that is Jikroy dying for the second time. And he hasn't really picked up many last hits during the last death. He's only up at 19, so he's not having a fun time. Top lane, Asta and Jaja are going to be bullying Mamang Daya. And he's trying his best with the Bulwark, but it's not going to work out. And here's a kill for Karma.
XERXIA, so far so good. They're getting the right rotations. Even with the puck rotation to the bottom lane, they still lose the Pudge, as you mentioned, and that's going to be quite good. So Pota2, it's not like he completely punishes the early aggression there from XERXIA. They're still going to be able to bully the enemy carry.
Setting their attention towards Traben's shard block. On point. Inkswell is there. He's trying to TP away, and he's out. Inkswell cast maybe a bit too late there. Oh, Jikroy attempting another hook. No connection. There's now a Warpine Raider under the tower here. Throwing in the Acorn shot. Or the Siege shot, actually, in this case. To the Mars.
So 1k gold lead from XERXIA. This is what they need, and they're just gonna continue going pretty much on the aggressive spawner. Gonna have this time where they're gonna be very weak on the map. They're gonna have to rely only on the puck.
Yeah, oh, he misses the orb, so he has to use the coil to finish off Jaja. He's gonna get it. Asta juking around. That's a level 4 orb, so he's just gonna morph enough HP for himself and Jikroy. Oh no, not again. Ken with a rotation, shard blocking, and walrus punching. I don't know how you punch Pudge that high in the air, considering he's a big sack of meat. But very powerful arms on the Tusk indeed, and the Morphling getting pinned to the tree. Asta finding revenge and slowing down at least one of the carries, because even if Jacroy's not having a great time, the Morphling has been having a fantastic lane so far. So an important kill for Spawn.
You need to make these puck rotations count. It's very important that he got that kill. As soon as they saw the puck towards the top lane, they're striking on the Pudge immediately. That is kind of going to be the approach from XERXIA. Wherever they know that the puck cannot connect, they're going to be going super aggressive. And again, onto Travis. Luckily for him, he does have a TP and will live once again.
Yeah, but that is the tower gone. And you're not even pushing on the side of Spawn yet, so that is going to end up hurting them a lot. XERXIA trying to turn around and top. Jaja low on HP. Asta fighting alone in the front line. Here comes Ken with a snowball. The left of strike with a wave from Walrus Punch. Beautiful combo. Every single spell onto the Ricky to get a return kill.
As I mean, if you're losing fights around the puck, that's really bad, and that is what's happening currently. Even that Morphling kill, it's only because he was a bit greedy on the Morphling staying there for a bit too long. But XERXIA, they got everything they needed. They're overtaking the bottom part of the map. Luckily for Spawn, they did leave this ward here. So pushing out the Lycan out of that part of the map is going to be a necessity. Next smoke has to be with the puck towards the bottom lane.
Oh, they just used the glyph to hold their top tower together, but it also means that Silencer's going to miss every single last hit because of the multi-shot. Now, Spawn defending their tier 1 tower here. Ken will pop the coil stun. The tower finishes off Tusk's courier, so no other casualties in this battle. Don't shoot the messenger, but the AI doesn't care.
Again, a coil used for nothing. That's kind of the goal for XERXIA right now. Make sure that the puck uses those coils.
Interesting. They're going to go for the the global silence here. And Tusk is in a bit of trouble here, but there's the smoke screen placed down. Tusk can't use any of his abilities. Snowballing outside of it. He's going to look for the connection as Karma will help him out. Ken blows up the puck using the Walrus Punch. And among the yacht, he's going to get slowed under the tower. A couple of right clicks from Asta. He's got waveform up in 1 second, and that should be the finisher for him. Oh, he actually misses. But Ken will have to secure it then with the 4 points in shard. Dalol lies down. Silence. Could dodge this. He could dodge both of them. Yep, he will. Ken tanking the tower for a couple of hits, but Dalol not tempting his luck. He doesn't have the damage.
While this is happening, Rupido is taking down the mid lane. Might get punished for it right now. Jacroy will try to get on top of him. There is no one to assist him right now, but they're coming over.
Yarn, they need to help him early too. This rod is ticking, but the Pudge is seemingly falling faster, and he's dead. Jacroy 4 times dead. Travin's gonna follow suit. XERXIA doing all the right things right now. Poda 2 throws in the coil, but they're gonna turn around. No fear whatsoever. Goes for the orb, moves away. Ken diving under the tower with the snowball. It does connect, but that tower would surely kill him if he stayed.
Oh boy, this is the classic Grimstroke Lycan Tusk lineup. I actually thought that the heroes might not be strong enough currently in the meta, but they found their openings, they have their levels, and now it's very easy to go for those kills. I'm looking at Spawn heroes and all of them die so fast. Jacroy even had to go for a Vanguard early just to keep himself alive, and not enough.
They found the Grimstroke, that is with the help of the arena. Grimstroke walking onto the high ground and being surprised by the welcoming party from Spawn. But Asta topping net worth with 5,800. His counterpart, the Pudge, at 3,200. That's almost a 3,000 gold difference 11 minutes in. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. And for Spawn, the rest of the core is also 1k gold behind the others.
And now they take down the ward as well. Jaja has found that one in the bottom lane. Spawn, I was thinking, yeah, maybe if they can get the control of the bottom lane back, they might be able to pull enough heroes of XERXIA there to finally threaten the top tower. But with that jungle being completely overtaken by XERXIA, they have the strength necessary to stay on top as much as they want. Look at Karma. This shouldn't be allowed for a Morphling 12 minutes in to just stay on the lane and have no fear.
Oh, this is not a healthy situation for Spawn, at least considering Puck, again, one of those heroes that has to have success early on, and oh, Jicroy. Death number 5 is looming in the air. They're surprised and surrounded from every direction, but can't go for the snowball in. He only found information on Jicroy so late with the wolves. That was a good TP spot for him. So he's into safe waters, but that was a shapeshift used for it.
They really wanted to fight with the Arcane Rune on the Tusk. This is the best possible rune that the hero can get. And good read for Spawn to just go out. Sometimes you're going to be like, yeah, how are they doing this? Look at our heroes, we can fight. But no, you can't. Against the Arcane Rune, he's just going to run circles around you and kill you all.
Smoke screen is placed down, but it's only a 30% miss rate. They're gonna go and stun the Pudge. Jicroy left the base. He dodged one gank, and now he's trying to hold his ground. Global silence being popped as well. Can't do anything for now, but now is the turnaround time. Jicroy down. Delol is about to drop too, but they're all silenced. Job on board with the slow. The skeleton. The skeletons trying to finish off the kill. No
Looking for a
such luck.
snipe.
And not enough range.
Not even close, but solid attempt, cool attempt. The biggest problem is that this is the 4 versus 5 fights for XERXIA. Of course, they are in a place of the map where they have vision, where they have the control, where they're choosing the fights, but those are some big ultis used and still nothing.
They're coming to the defense. They're ready for it. Silence on 2. Arena placed down. Mamang Dayal is going to be there with the Lycan.
That's big.
Bullied and poked. And also this Enchantress is going to get slowly hunted down. Mamang, what is... Oh, okay. They're letting him go. I guess you gotta leave somebody to tell the story about what happens in the bot lane.
Yeah, if you come here, it's the same fate will strike you as it did the Lycan, but yeah, Enchantress will relay that to her teammates. Jicroy, though, is gonna be going down again. While with his teammates on the bottom lane using multiple TPs, he's just gone.
Yeah, and with those rotations to bottom, there's no security for Jicroy, and Pudge just can't get the 4K net worth. He has finished off a first part towards his Ags, and he's got the Vanguard, but this is just his Ags effectiveness falling further and further away.
Yeah, the Morphling will get a BKB at some point, and then the Agonist isn't gonna be that big of a deal.
Also, the worst part is 0 flesh heaps.
A prize.
Yeah, that goes to show in what kind of situation his game is, even more so than a 0-6-0 score. Okay, maybe not more so than that one. That is looking really bad. Puck is in trouble.
Yeah, they're gonna find the combo on him, and nasty right click from Rapido. He does drop the coil, but casting the coil also means that the Puck is gonna die. No escape provided. That tier 2 tower is very low on HP. Mamang Daya, can he hold it alone? Nope, he's TPing away. Asta just kills the silencer all by himself.
Oh, Spawn, they're gonna be needing some Bob dives to come out from XERXIA in this game. They just don't have the damage necessary. They need the towers to assist them. If XERXIA continues playing clean, they're just gonna continue getting kills, and Karma is getting stronger and stronger. Once the Lincolns is there, it's gonna be very, very tough to get on top of him. Manta there, Lincolns, he knows he doesn't need the damage. His team is already doing enough, and the gold lead is continuing to increase. I think this is the biggest stop that we've seen today, Panda.
Yeah, this is very one-sided. Spawn just not getting anything right at the current time, but XERXIA making good moves, and just felt like they were just outplaying during the laning stage. Losing the potential from the Pudge that early on from that laning stage, it either spells that they had a bad combo against what they were playing against, or a couple individual moves that didn't quite work out for them. There was a couple missed hooks for Jicroy, but you can't really just play, oh, because he missed 2 hooks, he lost the lane. Like, that's just not logical. But unfortunately, in this case, it was a big factor to it that they weren't able to close out any kills. And when they did try to fight with the 2 points in Rot and 1 point in Hook, the incoming damage was just so much higher, and he just couldn't stand his ground.
Yeah, the biggest mistake was that he went for a second point in Rot, not in the Flesh Heap, and then he went for the Ring of Health, and then started running back into the lane. And without the point in Flesh Heap, they just killed him. He underestimated the damage of the Grimstroke and the Lycan. And, you know, to be fair, it's not something that's being played too much, so he just thought, okay, Grimstroke isn't looking like the greatest of heroes, but with just the slows and the stuns, it allows for the wolves to bite into the fudge.
An opening does arise, but at the same time, Ken is just too tanky. They do have the sleep dart now on Delul, so they will get the connection and a lot of money given. Pota 2 will cut down the streak from Ken. Shop on pawn with Asta. Thinks well. And from the Mars, they've got the Morphling with Strength Morph currently slept and stunned. Well, they finished off the Grimstroke, and now the coil comes out. He's leashed. He's still on the spot here. Both abilities on cooldown. This is very nice to play a morph puck, a puckling. How long can he last? He's got the Manta style as well, and he's just throwing orb after orb, just moving around.
Rapido is coming from the side.
Here comes the shapeshifted Rapido. Yeah, he just one-shotted the Riki with the Ancient Black Dragon.
What happened there was Rapido was going for the Pudge in the mid lane. He saw he could get the kill, and then he went for the shapeshift. Oh, that's big. That's a mistake from Karma.
Let me guess. Agimorph?
Yeah. Good guess, Panda. But yeah, coming back to the play. So as soon as Rapido started going for a shapeshift, the Pudge TP's out. And then you're thinking, how do I use this one? He just runs towards the top lane. In the end, though, a really good trade for Spawn. Killing the Morphling is a big deal. He hasn't died for a very long time.
Still an 11k lead for XERXIA, but it has slightly shifted towards Spawn. I just hope that XERXIA doesn't do what we've seen a couple of times happen today. And with Execration, that they can't hold on to the lead. XERXIA has had that, just like Execration, they've done it, they've had it twice in this tournament, at least in the games that we've cast, where they've been in the lead, they've been knocking the high ground, they make a mistake at the tier 3, and that leads into losing their game, slowly but surely.
XERXIA's lineup isn't like the easiest to just come high ground, but then again, if you just come up with a good plan, we're gonna push in this lane, come from multiple sides, you can break the high ground quite fast. Both the Morphling and the Lycan push in a really fast manner. But what their lineup is best at, it's getting kills. So I think you just continue murdering Spawn until they give up.
They are coming in with a full 5-man smoke. Asta, or Karma, he's not currently with them there. Ken will find Travis. And that's a support kill that they find with the smoke, and they will be able to take the outpost back under their control.
Nice move from XERXIA. The main idea there was to get that area back and then go towards the top lane, whereas once you're controlling the outpost, it's very hard for Spawn to get anything on the map.
Pudge is farming aggressively on XERXIA's side of the map, while Puck, he's cutting out waves in the bottom lane. That's still gonna lead into a tier 2 tower being pushed to the bot lane. Sleeping Dart with the silence coming out, but the spear, Morphling low on HP, and the Aegis is gone. Simple as that. This is the power of that Riki support. It's so good against the Morphling here. But it's only the Aegis that they got rid of. Still have to worry about the real deal. Pretty
That's
sure
why he's getting the Lincolns.
Yeah, he needs the Lincolns, true. Won't be surprised again. There's still the smoke screen, which does make things a bit annoying, but the break damage from the dart still adds that extra bit of damage. And on a glass cannon like Puck, it does feel Morphling, it feels annoying to take that damage in.
I knew what you meant. Anyways, though, no glyph. The tower is gone. They're gonna have another one right now, but without the Mars, you don't have the right jump. And this is just it. Spawn don't have the damage. They've used their spells once. They're not gonna have anything to fight with right now. Puck is trying to wrap around though.
The lull, Travis, observing as their buildings fall. And there's the Lincolns. Lincolns will be popped. Ken diving onto Travis. The Inks well stunned. Doesn't get the Walrus punch off, but doesn't matter. Asta is there to clean the house. Grimstroke ulti being used on Poto 2. He is currently in his phase shift right now. Rapido around him. Doesn't quite time the Inkswell stun. Now onto the Tusk. He will go down. Coil onto 2. Instantly breaking the Morphling here. Jikroy, maybe his first Flesh Sheep stack. Yes, sir.
And the bonus, they found the bonus with the Sleeping Dart, so that's going to be quite nice.
They want to get Jikroy close to it. He was not close enough for it, so he will keep that one Flesh Sheep stack.
Let's go. It's a start.
Let's
it's a start.
go.
Small steps for Jikroy. Ken got a Deso in the middle of that fight. The Curry delivered it, but he never got the hit in. Anyone on the side of Spawn is very weak to physical damage, and he's just gonna take away more than half of the HP of pretty much every single hero. So right now the initiation from XERXIA got even easier.
Looking at Asta here. On his side of the map, gonna walk into a Ricky. At the same time, Grimstroke is there to help him out. He does have the Purging Inkswell. So if he does end up getting Spear stunned, or Coil stunned, remove it with the Inkswell, which is nice.
It's gem time for XERXIA. Get rid of all the sentries, control the entirety of the map with the wolves. Make sure that the Riki can't get on top of your Morphling, because he needs to get close for the Blink Strike. Dart has a big range, but you also need to get a bit closer to the Blink Strike to break the Lincoln so that you can sleep him up. So that is why I would like to see a gem. It's just a small investment, and it makes sure that you cannot lose the game.
Mamang Daya gonna be showing himself in the bottom lane. Do they have any catch? He instantly blinks to the high ground. Super scared to show anything. Alright, XERXIA, show me what you're made of. They've had difficulties with these high ground breaches before, so they already got one lane. Can they get a second? Mamang Daya will get the opening on Rapido. Hooks him away from the arena, but the global silence is also applied. Still, just can't get the ulti off onto the Lycan, and they've lost Mamang Daya. He has to buy back. Now Pota 2 doing some heavy lifting here with those waning rifts and the orbs. Some damage done.
Yeah, this shard of the Grimstroke is making a difference. The second the sleep comes out, he uses the Inkswell onto the slept target. And then you know that everything is gonna get purged off. That's why Rapido lives. The Pudge, having no BKB, just has to run away from the Inkswell and then get silenced, so he can't even get the Dismember off. But yeah, that was a good initiation from Spawn. Next time, though, I wanted to see sleep, immediate global silence, and then the spear. That is how you're gonna start the fight and be sure to get a kill.
Asta going straight to the high ground. The tier 3 taken down. Melee Rax now under work. Jikroy looking for a hook here. Grimstroke ulti forcing away the supports. And he hooks a wolf. So no luck for Jikroy. Desolator is a bit nasty as well. Tusk will be pushing much faster. Sleeping Dart. There's the snowball to save him. Lol with another smoke screen. Jikroy on the other side. Pota 2 does get the silence on the Morph. Morph actually pretty low on HP here. Does have to get the Inkswell, and they will purge off at least a couple abilities there. But the Enchantress in the front line. Jikroy, he is still standing his ground, but the melee rack's already down. But the star of the hook from Asta onto the Pudge, using Pudge's own weapons against him.
This is how you do it.
And Tusk is inside the arena. Karma, he's got that rot. He's gonna do a bit of damage here. Actually feels like he's taking more damage than what he's taking, and he's got the Flesh Sheep too, so he just feels like he's unstoppable. Rapido clearing out another hero. Mamang Daya dropping low on HP. Asta with the double kill. They will take down Jabonbon, and Pota 2 to die too, and he just bought back, so that's a dieback on the puck. And Rapido chasing Travens. 450 crit coming in there with the Ancient Black Dragon, and there's a GG. They've had it. Game 1, Spawn team have to tap out, and with that loss, it actually means the Spawn team is no longer going to be going into the upper bracket. So they've confirmed lower bracket with this.
Yeah, so they're not going to be taken out, right? Yeah, no, they're okay. They're safe, but they can't
they're
go
safe,
into
but they
the
can't go upper.
That
so decides it.
That's unfortunate for them. Losing to XERXIA. XERXIA hasn't been looking the greatest, but this time around they actually knew exactly what they were doing. Still, it is a one laning stage with a lineup that snowballs in the early mid game. So you could say, stomps, they do happen, but Spawn, they just haven't been the same team without Womi. That's the thing. They started off the tournament very strong. But as soon as Womi got replaced, they just haven't been looking the same.
Yeah, they definitely haven't. Xerxia, uh, however, finding tools to work with. Ken, especially, who has been playing good games after the other. I feel like Ken has always been having a good game
Always on
whenever
point.
he's been on the field, and just hasn't got those victories. From right now, I think this one feels good. You know, they got a victory off of a team that started off their tournament run strong, but now it looks like Spawn team feels a bit mediocre in the arms of Xerxia. We still have a second game, though, that is going to be after the break. But Harry, do you still think Spawn team has a bit of a fight in them?
Uh, I think both the last series doesn't do much for either of these teams. Xerxia is out. Spawn team is gonna be in the middle there. So I'm expecting some experimentation coming out from both teams. Xerxia, they got nothing to lose, and Spawn, I would like to see something fun. You know, they did play this Ricky and didn't really build a great lineup around him. They were lacking damage.
All right, well, we'll have to see and basically just wait and see what's going to happen with the Game 2 draft. So we're going to take one more final break until we close out the day with the final game of our fourth best of two. So we'll be back in a bit.